I think it'll be powering home late over 1600 metres, and on raw ability it might just get there and win again.
Medaya 100 metres to go from I Only Wish. It's Medaya 3/4 I Only Wish who's going to try and make a challenge. Medaya beat I Only Wish.
I think Lady Extreme's in with a good chance and some good value at $5.50 on Saturday.
Lady Extreme going to Let's Go Again. Lady Extreme, no trial, no worries. Too good, nice training performance, Blake Ryan.
Ladies and gentlemen, have I found a sure thing? Well, I present Morphettville, race 7, number 10, Lovely Looking.
Lovely Looking's in front. Metrical steams home from Starlight Valley, but Lovely Looking, that was very easy in the end.
Hello everyone, welcome to this week's preview. Lovely Looking won last week, thank goodness for that. I don't think there's any sure things this week, however. I will bring up that over the last 10 Saturdays, 2 of them have been, racing at Flemington in Victoria, and those are the only 2 weeks in which I've made a loss. So hopefully we don't make it 3 from 3 this week. 8 out of the last 9 weeks I've made a profit, so that's a bit of a brighter stat. Let's get on with the Fan Cup. So the month of May is all wrapped up, and this is how the final leaderboard looked. Miring Earth took out the win ahead of Razzle Dazzle. They ran 1-2. Now, I'll give you an update on the overall leaderboard since we started the Fan Cup in the last week of March. Razzle Dazzle leads the way narrowly. The Blind GK in at second, and then in for third Admiring Earth. Then we've got Daniel Robinson in 4th and Jamie Kay in for 5th. So if you watch my previews to get some tips from me, thank you. But also these 5 blokes are shown over time to win, so you can follow them in as well. And if you want to participate in the Fan Cup yourself, best bet in the comments following these rules. Let's get on with the preview now. We kick off in race 4 at Flemington, where I like horse number 4, Soft Love. 3 units to win on at $3.40. This was her win 2 starts ago at Caulfield in a 3-year-old handicap over 1,200 metres. She did this very impressively from the back, and this was on the first Saturday in April. It's now June, so it's been a bit of a while. She raced in May last start at Scone in a good race at listed level, good SP as well, and she didn't disgrace herself. Now she's back in class to an open 3-year-old handicap down the Flemington Straight. She's drawn well down the Flemington Straight in gate 13. Harry Coffey, her regular rider, is on, and I just think Soft Love looks one of the most progressive and best horses in this field. Hopefully she can get the chocolates on Saturday. Randwick race 5, number 1, Hurstville Zagreb. 4 units to win on at $2.60. This was his last start run at Randwick. This was a 3-year-old benchmark 72 over 1,800 metres. He's now running in the same class over 2,000 metres. I like the step up in distance, where at start 2 in his career he won over 1,900 metres. He's now at start 5 in his career, so I think the 2,000 metres will be right up his alley. Gate 15 can work across into an on-speed position, and on a wet track that might not be so much of a disadvantage. Third up now, Ready to Peak, and I think because this horse has only had 4 starts, could just go to a new level. Start 5, third up in his career. So Hurstville Zagreb is where I'm playing race 5, Randwick. Race 9 at Randwick, I'm with horse number 17, Fleetwood. 1.5 units to win on at $7.50. This was his last start run, second up at Scone in the listed Hortensia. Again, didn't disgrace itself, just got too far back, only beaten 3 lengths. It was the Godolphin runner with the black cap. There's about 4 Godolphin runners in this last start replay. But Fleetwood now, third up, Ready to Peak. 2 from 4 at Randwick. 2 from 2 on the heavy track if we get a heavy track. I just think it sets up really well. Alicia Collette rides. She rode Lady Extreme last week, who managed to win, which we were on. Gate 7, midfield, perfect run. Hopefully Fleetwood can storm down the outside late and get the chocolates at a price. Let's go to Eagle Farm, where the main racing is on Saturday. Race 1, number 2, Navy Pilot. 0.75 units to win on at $5.50. This was his last start, 2 starts ago. He ran in a 2-year-old handicap over 1,400 metres at Eagle Farm. This was a Saturday class race. He started $1.50, so Got a lot of ability, this guy. He then went to Ipswich about 4 weeks later on a heavy track and failed as an odds-on favourite. That was a 50k race. I think from gate 1, Ryan Maloney can position this horse right on speed. And I just think back on a firmer surface, this horse can see, we can see some of its best form. It was only 3 starts ago that he only finished 3 lengths off Vinrock in the size produce. That's good enough for him to be winning this. Navy Pilot is who I'm with in the first at Eagle Farm. Race 2, I'm with Peas and Ello. It's the Lightning Handicap at listed level. 1 unit the win on at $4.50. Same replay as Fleetwood. This was the listed Hortensia at Scone. Started favourite on this occasion and again, like Fleetwood, got too far back. The White Cap, clearly the best horse through the line. Now, this was over 1,100 metres, drops back to 1,000 metres, which off the back of this run, you probably think is a query. However, I don't think it'll be as far back. Gets a jockey upgrade from Karen McAvoy to James McDonald. And look, it's 2 from 4 at 1,000 metres, so I don't see it to be too much of an issue. Pisanello is who I'm with in the second at Eagle Farm. Race 3 at Eagle Farm, I'm with a bit of value. Number 11, Exotic Miss, 0.75 units, so went on 950. This was her last start run in a Group 3 race for mares over 1,600 metres, which is a similar sort of class to what she faces on Saturday. Worked up to be outside the leader, only finished a half a length off Pulchritudinous. At the end of all of it, starting a similar SP to what its price is currently for this Saturday. Well, I just think the way it ran last start in this sort of grade makes me think that she shouldn't be $9.50. She should be closer to $5. So I think from gate 10, she'll either lead or settle outside the leader like she did last start, 4th up. I'm hoping Exotic Miss at a bit of a price can run a race. A few of you would have heard this horse's name before. I'm back on Tavs, but only 0.75 units to win on at $5. It's a race that I'm confident enough to have in my preview, but not too confident, if you know what I mean. So this was Tav's last start run at Doomben. This was in a benchmark 85 over 1,350 behind the Inflictor. Now, just had no luck on this day. Drew gate 15 of 16, got trapped 3 wide, no cover, and that was that. However, it's 3 from 3 at Eagle Farm. Noel Callow can't ride it on Saturday, so Angela Jones jumps on. If you're not familiar with Angela Jones, she's a girl that rides Floozy all the time, and we've had some success on Floozy as well. Tavs now draws gate 6. We'll get a good run around midfield and hopefully it can get back to its winning form. I'm playing into the first of the Group 1s at Eagle Farm. Race 7, number 10, The Star, JOLIESTAR, 2.5 units to win on at $2.50. This was her last start run in the Group 1 All-Age Stakes back about 6 weeks ago now, behind Jimmy Star, who is a really good horse. JOLIESTAR's had a trial since this at Warwick Farm a couple of weeks ago. Nice tick over trial. Gate 13 on Saturday obviously isn't ideal, but I don't see it to be too much of a hindrance. I think it's one of the best horses in the race. Gets James McDonald back on. Is a horse that's won over 1,600 metres before. A Group 1,000 guineas over 1,600 metres. So the distance will be no worry, 1,300 metres. I think JOLIESTAR is a good chance in the Kingsman Smith Cup. In this race last week, I was with Navy on the highway before the meeting got abandoned, and now I've jumped ship. I'm on Team Tashi, 0.75 units to win on at $7. This was her last start run at Hawkesbury, over 1,300 metres on a heavy 8. I just thought I was impressed with her this day because she was really tough. It looked like City of Lights was going to go past her and win convincingly, and even though City of Lights still went past her, Tashi kept fighting to the line. About 35 days break, 5 weeks break heading into this run. I like it a little bit fresh, which is what it is on Saturday. Gate 5 lands on speed. It's fit. Karen McAvoy rides. It's run in its last 5 starts, 8th, 5th, 3rd, 4th, 2nd. So it's a good chance to run first this start, I would have thought. Now it's time for the Let It Ride. Lovely looking. Got the job done last week. It ended up winning, but we had it for a place. Got about $1.40 after deductions, so now we're up to just over $1,900. And this week, taking a bit of a risk, putting it all on Randwick Race 9, number 17, Fleetwood to place. Look, $2.70 is not a massive price, but in Let It Ride terms, this is a really, really, really risky selection. But I'm confident that this horse is over the odds, and if it gets up and the price stays at $270, we'll go to just over $5,000. So that's what we're looking ahead at. Hopefully it can get the job done and run at least top 3. Thanks everyone for watching this week's preview. It's going to be a 15 unit spend at the moment. Soft Love, Hurstville, Zagreb and Fleetwood are my 3 biggest results. So I'm hoping that all 3 of them can get up, but if all 3 of them lose, we're going to make a loss. I can't see all the other ones getting up. So yeah, those 3 are the main ones for this week. Thanks everyone again for watching. Until next week's preview, bye for now.